No one here either, huh? I imagine you love scotch so much I thought you might find him here drinking some. It was around that time that I noticed Kay was acting strangely. He was staring at the shelf of alcohol in a way that I probably would have described as blankly if I could have actually seen his eyes. Hey, what's up? You want a drink?
Oh, no. Well, I would enjoy a drink, but this mask...
Right. Sorry, that sucks. Honestly, I've gotten so used to the suit I kind of forgotten you were wearing it. Why the heck did they make you wear that thing anyway? Still don't remember anything.
Well, actually, I did remember a little.
Really?
Yes,
What did you remember?
my father.
When dad you remember that? Did it pop up out of nowhere?
Please, don't joke. This is serious.
Yeah, seriously, sorry. This is when I think about dads, I just can't help but make dad puns.
Yes,
Remember who your father was? What about your mom?
I don't seem to have one.
Oh. So your dad raised you?
Well,
Kay stopped for a moment, then calmly folded his hands in front of him.
I was raised in the facility where my father worked. He was the only person
Oh
who
my
worked
god,
there,
this is
which meant he was the
adorable.
only person I saw until I was older. That had been the situation for as long as I could remember, though, so I never thought it odd.
That picture's adorable. He wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working, but the only times he wasn't working were the times when he was sleeping. As such, the only communication I had was with the education software he'd given me. Suppose I was fairly expressionless child then. We develop body language to communicate with others, and with no one else to communicate with, I suppose it makes sense. Once I learned to read and write, I began to realize that my situation was not normal. Many of my books mentioned a mother as part of the family, and several of the mother, father, and children would eat meals together and talk to one another. Soon I found myself longing for a mother of my own. Someone who would always be with me, who would scold me if I did something wrong. At night they would read to me before bedtime. If only I had a mother like that, I thought I would be so happy. So for the first time in my life, I asked my father for something. He had finished working and, as usual, was making his way toward his bedroom when I stopped him and asked for a mother. He looked at me silently for a long moment before finally responding, "Okay." I remember to this day how happy I was at that moment. A few months later, he called me into his laboratory. It was the first time he'd ever done anything like that. My heart was beating quickly as I stepped inside. Standing next to him was a young woman, and my hopes soared. But when he said her name, or rather her ID number, they were dashed. Aww. He'd given me a robot to play the part of a mother. Oh, look at his rabbit! I didn't want a mother that was just a machine who did what a human told her to do. When I told my father that, he looked surprised for the first time in my life. Then he frowned, coughed, and admonished me for being a whiner. He'd never scolded me for anything before. First I was surprised, then angry. Hot tears streamed down my face. My father ordered the robot to take care of me and shoot us out of his lab. The robot was very convincing, and she smiled and spoke as if she was a real person. But I refused to answer her, and I locked myself in my room. You can talk to a robot and it will respond. But in the end, you're still talking to a machine, not a person. If that was what I wanted, I'd still have to... Fuck. Hold on. If that's what I wanted, I still have the education stuff for my father given me. When I ignored the robot as it tried to take care of me, it looked sad. It couldn't really be sad, of course. It was only programmed to look that way. The robot's facade of sadness didn't mean anything to me. After that, I stopped expecting anything from my father. Never really spoke to begin with, so it was easy enough for me to make sure we never saw each other. I lived my life as if he didn't even exist. Perhaps it seems strange to you that I continue to live with him. But I never considered leaving. Perhaps in the hidden depths of my heart, I longed for a relationship with my father. Everything changed when I was 18. I left my room one morning to find a woman standing outside of it. She was the first human I'd ever met apart from my father, and I was understandably surprised. For a moment I thought my father had created a new robot, but when I told her that, she laughed and explained that she had come to help him. Okay, hold on. Normally when we get a plot dump like this, that means we're getting close to someone's ending, so I'm pretty sure this is probably Kay's end. As it turned out, she was a very mysterious person. She was much older than I was, but something about the way she behaved was almost girlish. She would tell me stories about the world outside in such a way that I was never sure if she was telling the truth or making up fantastic lies. Ultimately, though, the truth didn't matter. I loved her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with his research, so I spent most of my days with her. For long, I discovered she'd known my father when he was young. She told me stories of how he'd fallen in love as a younger man, and I began to imagine that the person he'd fallen in love with had been her, and that she was, in fact, secretly my mother. Who is this woman? After she settled in with us, our long-established routine began to change drastically. First, we started to eat together. Before then, I had never shared a meal with anyone in 18 years. Yeah, he's 18 during this, okay. She scolded me for my table manners, or more accurately, the lack thereof. If I was going to eat with others, she said I would need to be more polite. Having eaten alone my entire life, manners had never been something I'd even thought about. Table manners, what are those? My father got in trouble too when he made the mistake of reading through research papers during dinner. The look of surprise and embarrassment on his face made me burst into laughter. I couldn't remember the last time I'd shared a laugh with my father. It might have been the first time. The room was considered our living room changed too. Before it had been another room, but she made it comfortable. At first, after we finished our dinner, I would sit on the sofa and relax with her and my father. Those times were the ones I cherished the most. For a little while, every day I got the family I longed for since I was a child. After her suggestion, I started to help my father's research. We specialized in genetic engineering, and I discovered I had an interest in it as well. Time faded away as I lost myself in research. Now that we were looking at studying together, my father and I had a great deal to talk about. For the first time in my life, we began to speak with one another like father and son. Whenever I impressed him with something, I learned I felt a surge of happiness, and it drove me to study even harder. My days felt full, right, and meaningful, but most importantly, I was happy. Whoa! 4 years passed in Lincoln Valley until one day I happened to overhear my father and the woman speaking in the laboratory. Their tone was serious, so I listened closer, curious to know what they were talking about. That was when I heard her say that she planned to give her life to achieve their goals. She looks like the old lady. It was clear that she wasn't being metaphorical. She would have to die. I was in shock. The research I had thrown myself into would lead to her death. I asked my father to stop his research immediately. He refused to listen. She agreed with him. She told me that she had been prepared for what she had to do since the day she came to our facility. My father had known about it from the beginning as well. Angry and disappointed, I began to investigate what exactly the research I'd been helping with was working toward. Perhaps I thought I could figure out a way to keep her alive. I discovered much more than I had bargained for. To begin with, I learned that the ultimate success of my father's research would require a good deal of sacrifice. And I also learned that my own existence was just another part of his project. Oh, goody. I've been created to function as my father's spare. If he died during his research, I was intended to continue it in his place. Okay. I was stunned. I was furious with my father and with her, and even the research I poured myself into for 4 years. There was only one thing to do. Destroy the facility and end my father's horrible research once and for all. I made plans to destroy the main reactor and with it the entire facility. But she saw right through me. My father was livid and locked me in my room until his research was complete. All I could think of was how I might stop him. She did her best to convince me that I'd misunderstood, that everything would be fine. As much as I wanted to believe her, I remembered in the back of my mind that she had been the one who pushed me to become involved in my father's research. Had that been an earnest desire to give me something to do with my life, or... Okay, that took a long time. That took way longer than normal. Still, I couldn't bring myself to hate her. She had given me a reason to live. Even if she had conspired with my father to mold me into his replacement, the warmth she showed me had been real. She's made me feel as if I had a real family, and that was something I wouldn't have given up for the world. Oh, this is terrible, though. I pleaded with her to leave, but she quietly shook her head. Excuse me. There was someone very special to her, she told me. He had saved her life once, and she felt her death would help to repay that favor. She would have liked nothing more than to marry him and live a happy, normal life together, but she couldn't. For his sake, she said, and for the sake of the future she had wanted, she was determined to see my father's research succeed. I realized that although she was the most important person in my life, there was someone more important than me in hers. She tried to explain that beyond what we could see was a future where no one would have to die, but I refused to listen. What good was a potential future to me? It was what I had now that I wanted. Couldn't stand to think that she would give her life for a man I'd never even seen. So I shut myself off from the world. I think this one's the longest one. Perhaps that was why I lost my memory. Oh, that's it now. Kayla let out a deep, tired sigh.
I'm sorry. I lost track of time.
That's okay.
Not having any memories is less than desirable, but it could be argued that regaining them is almost more taxing.
So you remember almost everything?
No, the details are still indistinct, especially more recent events.
Huh?
Sigma, I'm sorry, but would it be alright if I laid down for a bit?
What's wrong?
I don't feel very well. It must be because I remembered so much so quickly. My head feels like it's going to explode. Yes.
Are you okay?
I think I just need to rest.
Okay, take as long as you need. I'll go look for Clover and Temioji myself.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Kay lowered himself heavily onto the red sofa in the corner of the room. Well, I guess I'd better get moving then. Stepped out of the room and nearly ran into Phi. What are you doing? You're supposed to be waiting back in the warehouse.
Yeah, I know. I just decided to go check on you guys. I waited a long time and nobody showed up. Judging by your face, you haven't found them either. Damn. Where's Kay?
He's in the lounge.
You decided to split up?
Well, not quite. Instead of waiting for him, my aunt, she opened the door of the lounge and walked in.
What's up with him?
Guess he's not feeling too well. Said he wanted to rest for a bit.
Is he alright?
Should leave him alone right now, though. Remember, there's a real person inside that suit. I'm sure he's just
Tired, huh? How are you feeling? I feel tired just looking at you. Your face is like a week-old sock.
I guess I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little exhausted. You know, all of a sudden I woke up trapped in some weird-ass game and then dead bodies started turning up. Honestly, I'm amazed I've managed to hold on to my sanity for this long. Just about everything here makes absolute zero sense. The more I try to figure out it, the more I feel like my brain's just about to melt and run out of my ears. You know what I'm talking about, right? I just figured out who the killer was, but there's still 100 other questions we have no idea about. Where the hell are we? Why are we even here? What's the whole Nonory Game thing for? And what is Zero Senior up to? Hell, what about who Zero Senior is? Perhaps said he was one of us, but... Do you think it's Dio?
Who knows?
Besides, we still don't know why Dio killed them. He said it was ordered to, but... There's more, too. What about the old lady? Who is she? What's her deal? Hell, what are any of our deals? I don't know jack shit about anybody here. I don't even know anything about you, Fi.
Are you serious? You can't honestly suspect me, can you?
No, that's
I'm
not
just
it.
like you. I was kidnapped on December 25th and brought here too.
She trailed off. Hear that, right?
Yeah, it came from the hallway.
Let's go have a look.
There's nobody here.
Maybe they got into the elevator?
Let's try hitting the button. If the door doesn't open immediately, then we'll know the elevator's downstairs. Thought so.
Let's go. Wait, where do you think they went?
Let's just head for the green door.
Why?
Because the treatment center's there. That's where Dio and Quark are.
So...
You aren't worried? I just want to make sure they're safe.
Fine. The Clover probably made that noise. I don't think they'd hurt Quark or Dio.
Are you sure? Dio admitted to killing the old woman, but he still insists that he didn't kill Alice or Luna. What if he's telling the truth?
You serious? You're gonna believe him?
Doesn't matter. I just want to know if they're safe. No harm in being careful.
Alright, fine. We head to the first pod. Cracked open the top and lifted it back. There's Quark sound asleep.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
God.
I was probably getting worried for nothing. How about Dio?
Let's open his. What the hell?
Check his pulse!
It's pointless to check his pulse. He was obviously dead, but I did it anyway. Yeah, he probably suffocated because he didn't have air in there, dumbasses. Yeah, he's dead.
Look, the oxygen level for his pod says 0%.
Then that means he asphyxiated? But why?
Someone must have tampered with the pod and lowered the oxygen levels.
Who?
Look, we should go tell Kay about this. Come on, let's go!
I'll take his bracelet. That waiting for me to follow if I turned and ran off. Took a deep breath and followed. Finally, I burst into the lounge around to Kay. Kay, wake up. Something's happened. When he didn't move, I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook. Twitched and quickly sat up.
What is it?
We'll explain about how we found Dio dead and how it looked like he died of asphyxiation. It appeared that someone had reduced the oxygen level of his pod to 0.
What? But why? I thought that Dio was the one who killed the old woman, Alice, and Luna. Then who killed him, if he was the murderer?
Some people could have done it are Clover and Temioji.
There's also Quark.
What? No. It's impossible. Are you suggesting Quark woke up, opened his pod from the inside, killed Dio, and then went back to sleep?
No, I'm just saying that strictly speaking, it's a possibility. So just, you know, take it into consideration.
Well, in that case, Phi, I hate to say it, but doesn't that mean that you could have done it?
Me?
Yes. You could have done it any time after Sigma and I left the Floor B warehouse.
Don't give me that. I was waiting for Clover and Tenmyoji to show up. They never did, though, so I got impatient and went to find you guys. Then
Well,
I
you don't
bumped
really
into
have a
Sigma in
solid
front of the
alibi.
lounge.
Went on to explain about the sound we heard.
I see. So you heard something. Then perhaps it is likely that Clover and Tenmyoji were at fault.
Were the two of you together the whole time you were investigating?
Yes, we were.
You never split up or anything?
Nope.
In any event, we don't have a great deal of time to discuss it.
Yeah, 7 minutes. Oh, crap. We've only got 7 minutes until the primary door's open.
All right, let's get back to the Floor B warehouse. Maybe Clover and Tenmyoji are already there.
Oh, where is Dio's bracelet?
Huh?
You didn't take it? Dio was a green solo. Phi and I are the magenta pair.
Shit. You're right. Without Dio's bracelet, we won't be able to open the secondary door.
I fear not.
I need to hurry. We'll drop by the treatment center on the way back and grab the bracelet.
All three of us don't need to go. You two go on ahead. I'll get the bracelet.
All right.
Oh, one other thing. I need to give you these.
Yellow pair of bracelets. These Alice's and Luna's.
Yes. Without these, you would be stuck. So, here you are. Please, take them.
Grab the bracelets and shove them in my pockets.
All right, let's get going.
Still no Tenmyoji or Quark. Shit, they're not here.
Maybe
I mean
they
Clover.
did go through the door, like Kay said.
With Quark's bracelet?
Or...
Or what? Oh, come on, man. Better not give me that maybe they're already dead crap. I got enough of it from Dio. You gotta be kidding me. This isn't funny, Phi. If you're right, then Kay, Quark, and I are the only people who are still alive in here. Then you, Kay, Quark, and I are the only people still alive in here.
Hey, lay off. I want to believe they're alive, too. But...
I actually like that expression she has. Heard a noise and turned. Hey, Kay.
I apologize for keeping you.
Did you get Dio's bracelet?
Well, technically, yes, but...
Huh?
Best you just see it. This is what I found in Dio's pod.
Oh.
What?
What the hell?
I assume whoever murdered Dio did this.
But why? There's no point.
I can't say for sure, but if I were to guess...
Chromatic doors have opened.
Fuck.
5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
With a bracelet like this, I doubt we can get past the secondary door.
That means Kay and I... will...
Shit. You're gonna...
When the time comes, those 3 doors will automatically close. If anyone is left outside after they close, they'll be penalized.
I see. That's what they wanted. Whoever killed Dio wanted to use the game to kill me and Kay. That's why they broke the bracelet.
I think so. It makes the most sense.
How can you be so calm? 5 minutes, you're gonna be...
Go on ahead, Sigma. You have those bracelets Kay gave you, right? You should be able to get through the secondary door with those. So just...
Fuck that. You know I can't just ditch you guys like that.
But if you stay here, you'll...
Think I don't know that? What kind of monster am I if I just leave you here to die? Ugh. God damn it. This is bad. What was I going to do? I need to calm down. Just calm down. Calm down and think. There had to be a way to save them. There had...
is an anesthetic called soporil beta. The other is a muscle relaxant called tubocurarine. Your bracelet also has a bunch of needles on the inside. If you break the rules, those needles hop out and inject you.
My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. That means it's sort of an antidote for tubocurine. I knew it!
Give it back. I found it, so it's mine.
Of course. The antidote.
The antidote?
I didn't have time to explain. Took off running toward the exit. Whoa, hello.
Sigma! Where are you going?
Stay here. I'll be right back. Bolted out of the warehouse towards the treatment room. But you needed the gun that Luna has. Big deal, put it in his pocket. Come on, come on, come on. We still have it. Sweet sweat pouring out my face. I didn't bother to wipe it off. There wasn't time. Oh yeah, I forgot. I dragged randomly through Dio's coat until... Aha! Found it. Oh. There's only one dose. The injection gun uses the whole bottle at once. Shit. Can't save both of them.
1 minute
Oh, God damn it.
remains until chromatic doors close.
1 minute? Shit. Spun around and shot out of the treatment center.
Three, two, one. Chromatic doors closing.
No. Gotta be kidding me.
Oh dear.
Sigma.
There's a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic soforil. I blinked and my vision started to blur. I might actually split this into 2 separate parts. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble. I gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor. I couldn't fall asleep. I had to give one of them the antidote before my bracelet injected me with tubocurine. Every 1 ounce of strength I could muster, I forced my eyes back open. Can 5 limped on the floor in front of me. In my right hand, I could feel the injection gun with its precious cargo. I could only pull the trigger once. What was I going to choose? Phi or K? No, what was I thinking? There was only one answer. Phi. Didn't even have a choice. Overall, Kay's entire body was covered in impenetrable metal. I'm sorry, Kay. I summed up as much energy I could and dragged myself towards Phi. For what felt like an eternity, I was finally within arm's length. Reach. With no time to waste, I pressed the gun to her arm and pulled the trigger.
Sigma, what the hell did you...
I injected you with neostigmine. It's a type of clonalistinone inhibitor. It's the antidote to the muscle relaxant.
Why did you pick me?
So you can't use the injection gun on Kay. I'd never get through the metal.
Then why didn't you inject yourself?
Guess you've got a point. Honestly, didn't even cross my mind.
You're the biggest idiot on the planet.
Come on. Any kind of thing to say to someone who's about to die? I want something more tender.
No. Screw this. I don't want to live if it means being in debt to you. No goddamn way. I'm not gonna...
Words slurred and slowed, and our eyes fluttered closed. She wasn't dead, of course. I could hear the faint sound of her breathing, and her chest rise and fall. Good. I was gonna be alright. But, Kay. I looked over in his direction. That was when I noticed it. There's a hole here on the back of your head. Yeah, it looks like you insert something. It says open, so maybe you put some kind of key in there?
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
Wait. And he... But... When could he have... Gotten it didn't really matter anymore. What did matter was that Kay was about to remove his armor. And he had. Shit. And that would mean Dio's killer is... I coaxed as much strength as I could from my increasingly lethargic body and crawled towards Kay. Kay, wake up. Come on, talk to me. Grabbed his shoulders and shook him until he finally shifted and spoke.
Sigma.
Just need to know one thing. Did you kill Dio? You weren't sleeping, were you? After I left, you took off your armor. You didn't want to go back the same way I had, so you took the other door. After you went the long way around through the warehouse and the crew quarters, you head for the elevator. god, is this necessary? We bumped into fire and we went back to the lounge to check on you. We saw you. Or we saw your armor, I guess. But then you would have been out of it. While we were in the lounge, you went to the treatment room and killed Dio. Must have turned off the oxygen to his pod, although he probably didn't stick around to make sure he died. And then you were in a hurry to get back before Fi and I noticed something was up. Once you got back to floor A, you needed us out of the lounge, so you made a noise in the hall to lure us out. Why did he break the brick? And you ran out and took the long way back to the lounge so you could enter through the rear door. Wait a second. So that's why he wanted to go get the bracelet so he could break it there. But why would he break it if... Once you were there, you put your suit on again and waited for us. As soon as we found Dio's body, we did exactly what you'd expected. Hey, wake up. Something's happened. I'm going to wake up very disorderly and confused. What is it? Okay, I'm almost out of time. Did you kill Dio?
Yes. Your reasoning is correct. I killed him.
Why?
Because I couldn't forgive him. He took the life of someone very important to me.
I was right.
I couldn't...
The old lady is the same lady from there.
The old woman.
What?
She was like a mother to me. She showed me how to see meaning in my life. Yes, I am. She was the woman who came here when I was 18.
Oh, hold on. What do you mean here?
Sigma, unfortunately, we are out of time. There's something I have to tell you. I made a promise that you would hear it. Do you understand? This is very important. You must pay attention. Cannot forget.
Forget? It wasn't making sense. I was about to die. I don't know if would I be remembered anything for more than a few seconds.
If you see a lion with two heads devouring the sun, remember these letters. MILKEVOLI. This will open the second gate.
What the hell? Hey, who told you to tell me this? No, who are you? Show me who you really are. Grabbed hold of Kay's mask and tore it off. What? No, that's impossible. That face. It's my face. Felt a sharp pain in my left wrist and my body collapsed unceremoniously. Second drug. Turbocrine. My vision began to blur, and my head felt unnaturally heavy. The world faded away. My consciousness slipped down into the cold, dark waters of nothingness. Alright, I'm assuming this is Kay's end. Yep, K end. Through the looking glass. Alright, I like that we're getting these endings here. Yeah, I'm probably most likely going to split this one into 2 parts, because this has gone almost an hour 30, so... If you find the 2-headed lion, key to gate 2. Key to gate 2. Could it be... Because in here... There's a lion eating, 2-headed lion eating a sun, so maybe I go in here and it splits off again or something? I don't know. Alright guys, well that's gonna do it for this part of Let's Play Virtue's Last Reward. In the next part, we will go over here and pick the other door. I honestly don't even remember which one it is, but we'll pick one. So, yay for that. So, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked the video, please give that like button a click. Comment down below what you liked about the video, what you didn't like about the video, and let me know. How'd you feel about Kay's end right there? It's very interesting, that's for sure. Yeah, how to lock number 1, I'm pretty sure was by doing this, so... Yeah. And as always, guys, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a beat, and subscribe to my main channel too, that's in the description below. So let's follow me on Twitter, both my main Twitter, RGQ Twitter, and there too. I want to thank you all so much for watching once again. I'll see you all next time.